Hello. Anyone reply me? Sound is audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Audible, sir.
Okay. Those who are remaining to calculate the thermal resistances for the layer A, B, C, and D, they have to calculate the thermal resistance, and from that we have to calculate the equivalent resistance. So plate B and plate C are in the parallel to each other. So from that we have to first of all calculate the equivalent resistance. So how to do the calculations if the plates are in the parallel or resistances are in the parallel? So we know that 1 upon R equivalent is equal to 1 upon thermal resistance for plate B plus 1 upon thermal resistance for plate C. So all of you, first of all, you have to calculate the equivalent thermal resistance for layer B and layer C. Those who are remaining, do the calculation and find out the thermal resistance for the equivalent thermal resistance for plate B and C. So these two plates are parallel to each other. So we know that standard equation 1 R thermal equivalent is equal to 1 divided by thermal resistance for plate B plus 1 divided by thermal resistance for plate C. So by using that equation, we have to calculate the equivalent thermal resistance. Equivalent thermal resistance. Okay. So those who are remaining, do the calculation and find out the equivalent thermal resistance. So we get that from that calculation, we get that value is 0.147. 0.147. Okay. Up to this, all have written. Anyone is remaining? Equivalent thermal resistance 0.147. Okay. So now we have calculated the equivalent thermal resistance for plate B and C. Now plate A and thermal equivalent resistance and plate D, these three resistances are now in the series. So if the all resistances are in the series, then we have to find out the total thermal resistance. And if the resistances are in series, then we know that what is the standard equation? R total thermal resistance for this composite wall. So now total thermal resistance is given by R thermal total thermal resistance is given by R thermal total is equal to thermal resistance for plate A, thermal resistance for plate A plus equivalent thermal resistance plus thermal resistance for plate D. So we have calculated the all values, that is thermal resistance of plate A is 0.02. Then we have calculated the equivalent thermal resistance, that is 0.147, and then we have calculated the thermal resistance for plate D, that is 0.1. So we have to take the addition of these three resistances, then we get the value of total thermal resistance, that is nothing but 0.267. 0.267. And we know that if we have to calculate the heat transfer throughout the composite wall, one standard equation is there, delta T overall divided by total thermal resistance. So whatever plates are there, so for that plates we have to calculate the total thermal resistance. So what is the delta T overall? So we know that temperature difference is given, that is 400 is one side temperature and 60 is the another side temperature. So temperature difference is 400 minus 60 divided by total thermal resistance. Now in above step we have calculated the total thermal resistance, and that value is nothing but 0.267. So from that we get the rate of heat transfer through the composite wall, and what is that answer? That is 1273.4 watt. Okay, so rate of heat transfer through the composite wall, what is that answer? 1273.4 watt. Okay, up to this point all of you written. Anyone is remaining? Put that message in the chat box so that I will proceed for the next problem. Okay, all of you completed this problem. Okay, so now we have to solve the next problem, which is related to the overall heat transfer coefficient, which is related to the overall heat transfer coefficient. Okay, so write down this problem. Write down. All of you write down this problem. A cold storage room has write down. A cold storage room has walls made of 220 mm of brick. A cold storage room has walls made of 220 mm of brick. 220 mm of brick. 220 mm of brick. On the outside, a cold storage room has walls made of 220 mm of brick on the outside, comma 90 mm of plastic foam, 90 mm of plastic foam, and and finally of 16 mm of wood, finally of 16 mm of wood, 16 mm of wood on the inside, on the inside, on the inside, full stop. The outside and inside air temperatures, the outside and inside air temperature, outside and inside, outside and inside air are temperatures are 25 degrees Celsius, 25 degrees Celsius, 25 degrees Celsius, and minus 3 degrees Celsius, and minus 3 degrees Celsius, respectively. Minus 3 degrees Celsius, respectively. Full stop. Next line. If the inside and outside, if the inside and outside inside and outside heat transfer coefficients are heat transfer coefficients are heat transfer coefficients are respectively 30 and 11 watt per meter square degree Celsius, 30 and 11 watt per meter square degree Celsius, meter square degree Celsius, and the thermal conductivities of brick, and the thermal conductivities of and the thermal conductivities of brick, foam, thermal conductivities of brick, foam and wood, thermal conductivities of brick, foam, brick, foam and wood and wood are and wood are 0.99 comma 0.022 0.022 and 0.17 0.17 watt per meter square degree Celsius respectively, watt per meter square degree Celsius respectively determine first the rate of heat removal, the rate of heat removal, the rate of heat removal by refrigeration, the rate of heat removal by refrigeration if the total wall area is, if the total wall area is 85 meter square, if the total wall area is 85 meter square. Second, the temperature of the inside surface of the brick, the temperature of the inside surface of the brick, inside surface of the brick, inside surface of the brick. So first of all, we have to read the problem carefully and we have to understood what is to be given and what is to be calculate. Okay, so in the form of diagram, first of all we have to write the parameters on that particular diagram. So what is to be given? A cold storage room has wall made up of, okay, one cold storage is there and for that cold storage there is a one wall. Okay, and this wall is made up of, म्हणजे जी काय wall आहे ती भिंत जी आहे ती कशापासून बनवलेली आहे, it is made up of 220 mm of brick. means ती जी वॉल आहे त्याच्यामध्ये काय आहे तर ब्रिक्स असणार आहेत, त्या ब्रिक्सचा थिकनेस दिलेला आहे 220 mm ऑन दी आउटसाइड. तर ब्रिक कुठे असणार आहे, आउटसाइडला असणार आहे. वेअर इज द ब्रिक? ऍट दी आउटसाइड. 90 mm ऑफ प्लास्टिक फोम, त्याच्यानंतर काय असणार आहे 90 mm थिकनेसचे प्लास्टिक फोम असणार आहे. अँड फायनली ऑफ 16 mm ऑफ वूड ऑन दी इनसाइड. म्हणजे आउटसाइडला काय असणार आहे, व्हॉट इज दी layers? First layer is brick at the outside, then plastic foam is there, and then there is a wood is there, and then inside section is there. Okay, so outside to inside, outside section is brick, then plastic foam is there, and then wood section is there. And the outside and inside air temperature means whatever the room, whatever the wall is given, outside temperature is given 25 degrees Celsius and inside temperature is given -3 degrees Celsius. If the inside and outside heat transfer coefficients, so what is the unit of heat transfer coefficient? That is watt per meter square degree Celsius. So this is the convective heat transfer coefficient. Means in the inside there is a air having some temperature that is given 25 degrees Celsius, sorry, -3 degrees Celsius, and outside temperature is 25 degrees Celsius. So heat transfer coefficient for the convection is given for the outside and inside. Means in this case, three layers, in that three layers conduction will be takes place, and two convective heat transfer coefficients are given in the inside and outside. So from that we have to understood in this case there are total 5 resistance are there, because in the brick layer is there, then plastic foam layer is there, then wood layer is there. So in these three layers conduction will be takes place. In the inside heat transfer coefficient is given, so convection heat transfer is there. in the outside heat transfer coefficient is there, so convection is there. So in this way, for this problem, there are total 5 resistances are there. So we have to understood from the problem how many resistances are there or how many ways where the heat transfer is takes place. So in this case, heat transfer because of the conduction, there are 3 layers, and 2 times heat is transferred because of the convection. Okay, and the thermal conductivities of given brick, foam and board is given 0.99, 0.022 and 0.17. Okay, and first we have to determine the rate of heat removal by refrigeration if the total wall area is 85 meters square. So wall area is given, and we have to calculate the rate of heat removal. Okay, and in the second case we have to find out the temperature of the inside surface of the brick. Okay, brick जे असणार आहे ती काय असणार आहे, एक सरफेस जो असणार आहे तो आउटसाइडला असणार आहे, and our aim is to calculate the inside temperature of that particular brick. Okay, so for this particular conditions we have to first draw the diagram. Okay, so this is the diagram. Okay, so for the outside, so we have to consider left side as a outside section. So for the outside section there is a layer of brick, then layer of foam plastic is there, and then layer of wood is there. Okay, and in the outside whatever the air having temperature is given, heat transfer coefficient is given. So therefore at the outside there should be high temperature air is there, and in the inside there is a refrigeration room is there. So inside temperature is less, so inside the room there is a cold air is there. So because of the convection heat transfer is takes place. So considering the all parameters we have to draw this diagram. So brick layer we have to consider the layer A, then foam layer is considered as a layer B, then wood layer you have to consider as a layer C. Okay, then thickness of layer A is LA, thickness of layer B is LB, thickness of layer C is LC. Then thermal conductivity of layer A is Ka, thermal conductivity of layer B is Kb, and thermal conductivity of layer C is Kc. Okay, then temperature ranges, whatever the fluid which air which is outside the room, that is nothing but temperature of hot fluid. Okay, and heat transfer coefficient is HHF, that is hot fluid heat transfer coefficient. Then similarly for the inside there is a cold air is there, so temperature of that cold air is temperature of cold fluid, and heat transfer coefficient is HCF. So in this way we have to draw the diagram. Left hand side ला लिहा, हा लेफ्ट हँड साइड जो असणार आहे तो आउटसाइड सेक्शन असणार आहे, आणि हा राईट हँड साइड जो असणार आहे तो इनसाइड सेक्शन असणार आहे. समजते बघा, ही वॉल आहे, या वॉलच्या आतमध्ये काय असणार आहे तर कोल्ड एअर असणार आहे, आणि ह्या वॉलच्या बाहेरच्या साईडला काय असणार आहे तर हॉट एअर असणार आहे. ओके, so our aim is to calculate the rate of heat removal by refrigeration if the total wall area is 85 meters square. Okay, total rate of heat transfer आपल्याला फाइंड आउट करायचा आहे, and then we have to calculate the temperature of the inside surface of the brick. This is the brick and this is the outside surface of the brick, and our aim is to calculate the inside temperature of the brick. Means we have to calculate the value of T2. We have to find out the value of T2, that is the inside temperature of the brick. Okay, so can anyone tell me what is the equation for this condition? Standard equation, मगाचा प्रॉब्लेम बघितलेला आहे त्याच्यामध्ये पण आपण एक स्टँडर्ड इक्वेशन यूज केलेलं आहे. सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल यू हॅव टू राईट डाऊन दी गिवन थिंग्स. Okay, LA is equal to 220 mm, then LB is equal to 90 mm, we have to convert into meter, then LC is equal to 16 mm, then temperature of hot fluid is given, temperature of cold fluid is given, then HHF heat transfer coefficient of hot fluid is given, then HCF heat transfer coefficient for the cold fluid is given, then thermal conductivity of layer A is given, thermal conductivity of layer B is given, then thermal conductivity of layer C is given, and area of that particular plane wall is given, that is 85 meters square. So all of you write down these things whatever given in the problem. Write down the given. First of all, whatever the information we have given, from that we have to draw the diagram. After that it is very easy to solve that particular problem. So from that diagram we have to write down the given things in the form of your notation. That is actually brick is given, but we have given the name as a brick as a section, so therefore it is thickness of that layer, that is La, thermal conductivity of that layer is K. So in that way we have to write down the given things. Okay, write down the given things. Write down the given things. It is possible to solve this problem by your own. Anyone? It is simple problem or complicated problem? Can anyone tell me what is the mechanism to solve this problem, or which formula we have to use so that we get the value of Q, and after that we get the value of T2? Anyone? कोण सांगू शकते कसा प्रॉब्लेम सॉल्व करायचा, कुठलं इक्वेशन यूज केलं पाहिजे? त्याला कन्सेप्ट क्लिअर झालाय, तो करेक्ट सांगू शकतोय. एनीवन? तुम्हीच सांगायचा हा प्रॉब्लेम कसा सोडवायचा आहे. हाऊ टू सॉल्व दिस प्रॉब्लेम. So we know that what is to be given. Our aim is to calculate the Q. So how we have to calculate the value of Q? What is the formula for that? Anyone? कोण सांगतंय? Anyone? How to solve this problem? कुणाला समजलं नाही काय? आपण कंपोजिट वॉलचा प्रॉब्लेम बघितलेला आहे. 2 लेयर असतील तर त्याच्यामध्ये आपण रेजिस्टन्स घेताना कसे घेतोय. आता इथे किती लेयर्स आहेत कंडक्शनचे? 3. देयर आर 3 लेयर्स ऑफ द कंडक्शन अँड 2 लेयर्स ऑफ द कन्व्हेक्शन. ओके, so how many resistances are there? Anyone? How to solve this problem? कुणालाच येत नाही काय?
सर ते क्यूब फक्त एच्या बाबतीत घेतल्यानंतर T2 निघतंय का? क्यूब फक्त एच्या बॉडी एसाठी घ्यायचं, त्याच्यावरून T2 मिळतंय.
चालू शकते, पण तुला क्यू माहित नाही ना अजून. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल यू कॅल्क्युलेट द व्हॅल्यू ऑफ क्यू. बिफोर कॅल्क्युलेटिंग द T2 देयर इज नीड टू कॅल्क्युलेट क्यू. पहिला तुम्हाला क्यू फाइंड आउट करायला लागेल, देन यू हॅव टू गो फॉर द कॅल्क्युलेशन ऑफ T2. जर तुला T2 कॅल्क्युलेट करायचं असेल तर तुला क्यू अगोदर पाहिजे माहिती. क्यू इज इक्वल टू के इंटू T1 मायनस T2 डिवायडेड बाय LA. त्या फॉर्म्युलेनं तू क्यू T2 कॅल्क्युलेट करू शकतो. पण फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल यू हॅव टू कॅल्क्युलेट द व्हॅल्यू ऑफ क्यू. So this is in this case there are conduction also there, convection is there. So we have to, तुम्ही कसंही करू शकता. ह्या केसमध्ये काय करायचं, Q इज इक्वल टू टेम्परेचर डिफरन्स डिवायडेड बाय डेल्टा टी ओव्हरऑल डिवायडेड बाय टोटल थर्मल रेजिस्टन्स. तर प्रत्येक प्लेटचा तुम्हाला काय कॅल्क्युलेट करायला पाहिजे, थर्मल रेजिस्टन्स कॅल्क्युलेट करायला पाहिजे. सो इन दिस केस देर आर टोटल 5 रेजिस्टन्सेस आर देअर. 3 रेजिस्टन्सेस बिकॉज ऑफ द कंडक्शन, म्हणजे थर्मल रेजिस्टन्स फॉर प्लेट ए, थर्मल रेजिस्टन्स फॉर प्लेट बी, थर्मल रेजिस्टन्स फॉर प्लेट सी. त्याच्यानंतर लेफ्ट हँड साइडला कन्व्हेक्शन असणार आहे. सो वी हॅव टू राईट द थर्मल रेजिस्टन्स फॉर द कन्व्हेक्शन फॉर द resistance of convection for the right hand phase. So we have to calculate the temperature difference पण आपल्याला माहिती. So from that we have to easily calculate the value of Q. किंवा ह्या केस मध्ये तुम्ही ओव्हरऑल हीट ट्रान्सफर कोएफिशियंट पण यूज करू शकताय. ओके, सो Q इज इक्वल टू U इंटू A इंटू THF मायनस TCF. टेम्परेचर डिफरन्स काय आहे, आउटसाइडचं टेम्परेचर THF आहे आणि इनसाइडचं टेम्परेचर TCF आहे. हा तुमचा ओव्हरऑल टेम्परेचर डिफरन्स झाला. सो फॉर कॅल्क्युलेटिंग दी क्यू, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल दोन्ही मेथड मध्ये तुम्ही कसंही करू शकताय. ओव्हरऑल हीट ट्रान्सफर कोएफिशियंट कॅल्क्युलेट करून काढू शकताय किंवा प्रत्येक प्लेटचा रेजिस्टन्स कॅल्क्युलेट करायचा त्याच्यानंतर टोटल रेजिस्टन्स मिळेल तुम्हाला आणि मगाच्या फॉर्म्युला जो आपण फॉर्म्युला वापरला डेल्टा टी ओव्हरऑल अपॉन टोटल थर्मल रेजिस्टन्स त्यानं पण तुम्ही फाइंड आउट करू शकता. ओके, तर बघा कसं सॉल्व्ह केलं. इथं मी ओव्हरऑल हीट ट्रान्सफर कोएफिशियंट यूज करून सॉल्व्ह केलेला आहे. तुम्ही कसंही सॉल्व्ह करू शकता. टोटल थर्मल रेजिस्टन्स कॅल्क्युलेट करू शकताय. तर आपला फॉर्म्युला काय आहे, Q इज इक्वल टू U इंटू A इंटू THF मायनस TCF. हा यू जो असणार आहे, मी मग सांगितलेलं आहे तुम्हाला ओव्हरऑल हीट ट्रान्सफर कोएफिशियंटच्या डेरिव्हेशन मध्ये ज्यावेळेला कंडक्शन कन्व्हेक्शन असेल at that case we have to consider the overall heat transfer coefficient. So what is the formula for the overall heat transfer coefficient? So in this case there are 5 resistances. Okay, U is nothing but heat transfer per unit area per unit temperature difference. So from that U is equal to what, 1 upon HHF plus 1 upon HHF हा जो आहे तो रेजिस्टन्स आहे, पण एरिया वरती घेतल्यामुळे आपण इथे एरिया घेत नाही. ऍक्च्युअली फॉर्म्युला काय असते, व्हॉट इज द ऍक्च्युअल फॉर्म्युला फॉर द रेजिस्टन्स, 1 upon HHF into area. Okay, and then for the conduction LA divided by K into A असते, पण we have taken the area as a common in the earlier equation. So what we know that what is the equation for the U is equal to 1 upon 1 by HHF plus LA by K plus LB by KB plus LC by KC plus 1 upon HCF. इथे दोन कन्व्हेक्शन आहेत. तर पहिलं जे आहे 1 upon HHF and last one 1 upon HCF. These two equations for the convection, and whatever the 3 middle equations, that is LA by K, this is the thermal resistance for the conduction, then LB by K thermal resistance for the conduction for plate B, and LC by KC is the thermal resistance for the conduction for the plate C. कसंही करू शकताय, ह्या मेथडने काढलं तरी चालेल, पण माझ्या माहितीप्रमाणे ह्याच्यापेक्षा ती मेथड सोपी आहे की थर्मल रेजिस्टन्स प्रत्येक प्लेटचा कॅल्क्युलेट करायचा. आर थर्मल रेजिस्टन्स ऑफ प्लेट ए, प्लेट बी, प्लेट सी, आणि कन्व्हेक्शनचा पण रेजिस्टन्स कॅल्क्युलेट करायचा 1 upon HHF into A. त्याच्यावरून तुम्हाला काय मिळेल, Q मिळू शकतो. ओके, सो आय हॅव सॉल्व बाय युजिंग दी ओव्हरऑल हीट ट्रान्सफर कोएफिशियंट. Overall heat transfer coefficient. So write down all of you. Q is equal to U into A into THF minus TCF. So capital U is equal to, write down this formula. So this is the formula for the overall heat transfer coefficient. हा फॉर्म्युला चेंज होणार आहे. समजा इथे कंडक्शन दोनच प्लेट दिले असते तर ह्यातलं एक टर्म कॅन्सल झाले असते. सो इन दॅट वे व्हॉट एव्हर दी layers is given or what are the modes of heat transfer is there, according to that we have to write down the formula for the overall heat transfer coefficient. Okay, then we put the values into the equation and we get the value of capital U. Capital U ची व्हॅल्यू किती मिळते, 0.2207 0.2207 watt per meter square degree Celsius. watt per meter square degree Celsius. ओके, समजले का बघा. काही जण तुम्ही रेजिस्टन्स वरून कॅल्क्युलेट करू शकताय. थर्मल रेजिस्टन्स ऑफ प्लेट ए इज इक्वल टू LA अपॉन K इंटू A. थर्मल रेजिस्टन्स ऑफ प्लेट बी LB upon KB into A. Thermal resistance of plate C KC upon LC upon K into AC. त्याच्यानंतर convection resistance for the left hand face, that is 1 upon HHF into A. Similarly, thermal resistance for the convection right hand face, that is fluid which is present at the right hand side, that is 1 upon HCF into A. So by doing all calculations we get the all resistance. We have to add all the resistances and at the numerator काय असणार आहे, what is the standard formula, Q is equal to delta T overall divided by total thermal resistance. त्या थर्मल रेजिस्टन्स जे काय आपण 5 कॅल्क्युलेट करणार त्यांची ऍडिशन करायची, न्यूमरेटरला टेम्परेचर डिफरन्स घ्यायचं, त्याच्यावरून तुम्हाला डायरेक्टली आन्सर मिळेल. तसेही सॉल्व करा. ओके, so from this we get the value of overall heat transfer coefficient capital U. So Q is equal to UA into THF minus TCF. What is the temperature difference, THF minus TCF, hot fluid and cold fluid मधला temperature difference. Okay, so TCF is minus, so minus minus becomes plus, 25 minus into bracket minus 3. Area is given 85 and we have calculated the value of U. So from that we get the value of Q, that is 525.26 watt. समजलं का बघा. कुठल्याही मेथडने सॉल्व करा, फक्त तुम्हाला कन्सेप्ट समजला पाहिजे. ओके, आता हे तुमचं तुम्ही फाइंड आउट करा. टेम्परेचर ऑफ इनसाइड सरफेस ऑफ ब्रिक T2 काय करायला लागेल बघा आणि सॉल्व करून आन्सर पुट करा चॅट बॉक्स मध्ये. put that answer in the chat box. How to solve the temperature of inside surface of brick. Solve that second step or second parameter, that is we have to calculate the T2. So can anyone solve that? Solve that value of T2 and find the and put the message in the chat box. What is the value of T2? What is the value of T2? सॉल्व करा सगळ्यांनी. कसं सॉल्व करायला पाहिजे बघा, विचार करा. तर तुम्हाला क्यू मिळालाय आणि T2 फाइंड आउट करायचा आहे. काय ते आन्सर सांगा. व्हॉट इज द आन्सर ऑफ T2 inside temperature inside surface temperature of brick? Anyone? Or at least tell me what is the mechanism to find out the value of T2? Which equation we have to use to calculate the value of T2? Anyone? कोण सांगतंय का? कुणालाच येत नाही का? कोणच तिथे नाही, सगळे झोपलेत का काय? Anyone? Yes sir. आरतीने फाइंड आउट केलेलं आहे. व्हॉट इज द आन्सर? -2.438. -2.483. चेक करा. How to solve value of T2? We know that value of Q. Okay, but for the calculating the value of T2, if T1 is known to you, then it is very easy to calculate the value of T2. But in this case, they have not given the value of T1 also. So what to do for calculating the value of T2? So for this case, we have to consider the two layers. That is one layer that is convection. Whatever the hot fluid, that layer is nothing but convection layer is there. And then we have to consider the layer A. So by using only that two layers, we have to find out the value of T2. So how to find out the value of T2? So in the first layer, there is a convection, and in the second layer, there is a conduction. So we have to consider convection and conduction is there. So we have to consider the overall heat transfer coefficient. That is Q is equal to U into A into what is the temperature difference for the convection layer and layer A, that is THF and T2. Okay, THF and T2. And what is the resistances or how many terms will be there? There are two terms are there. First term for the convection and second term for the conduction. Okay. Dhanashri Sonone have calculated the correct answer. Clap for him. Correct answer. So we have to understood the concept. If there is a not given the value of T1 and directly we have to calculate the value of T2, at that time we have to consider the two layers. One layer is convection and another layer is conduction layer. So for that two layers we have to take the total temperature difference, means THF and T2 is the temperature difference. So for the taking two layers we have to take the two resistances for the convection and for the conduction. And by putting that value we have to get directly value of T2 because THF is given to you. Okay, so how to calculate? Q is equal to UA into THF minus T2. आता वरच्या इक्वेशन मध्ये आपण पाचही लेअर कन्सिडर केलते, त्याच्यामुळे 1 अपॉन डिनॉमिनेटर मध्ये पाचही टर्म आलते. पण आता आपण वी हॅव टू कन्सिडर ओनली टू लेयर्स. फर्स्ट लेयर इज कन्वेक्शन and second layer is the conduction layer. Okay, so Q is calculated. So we know that value of Q, that is 525.26 is equal to, so overall heat transfer coefficient for the two layers, that is 1 upon, for layer 1 what is the value, area आपण कॉमन घेतलेला आहे. ऍक्च्युअली एरिया हा डिनॉमिनेटर मध्ये असतो 1 अपॉन A इंटू HHF असं असतंय, पण ओव्हरऑल हीट ट्रान्सफर कोएफिशियंट मध्ये आपण एरिया घेत नाही. सो 1 अपॉन HHF प्लस LA अपॉन KA. हा LA अपॉन KA काय झाला तर तो प्लेट A चा झाला आणि 1 अपॉन HHF हा हॉट फ्लुइडचा रेझिस्टन्स झाला. ओके, तिथे डिनॉमिनेटरला हा जो डिनॉमिनेटरच्या बाहेर इक्वेशनच्या बाहेर जो एरिया आहे तो ऍक्च्युअली डिनॉमिनेटर मध्ये जर इक्वेशनच्या आतमध्ये जर घेतला ब्रॅकेटच्या आतमध्ये तर तो एरिया कुठं असणार आहे 1 अपॉन HHF इंटू A प्लस LA अपॉन KA इंटू A. म्हणजे दोनच रेझिस्टन्सेस कन्सिडर करायचे आपण जेणेकरून आपल्या इक्वेशन मध्ये T2 यायला पाहिजे. सो THF मायनस T2. सो पुट दॅट व्हॅल्यूज इनटू द इक्वेशन, देन वी गेट द व्हॅल्यू ऑफ T2. Can anyone tell me what is the another way to find out the value of T2? Can anyone? आणखी एका पद्धतीने आपण इथे T2 फाइंड आउट करू शकतो. Can anyone tell me how to find out the value of T2? आता आपण काय केलेलं आहे, वी हॅव गोइंग फ्रॉम दी लेफ्ट हँड साइड, म्हणजे आउटसाइडचं जे काही टेम्परेचर आहे त्याचा यूज करून आपण फाइंड आउट केलेलं आहे. तुम्ही असंही करू शकता, वी हॅव टू टेक दी राईट हँड साइड टेम्परेचर ऑल्सो. म्हणजे आपल्याकडे TCF आहे, T2 to TCF, how many layers are there? 3 layers are there. So by using that we have to also find out the value of T2. So one end temperature is T2 and another end temperature is TCF. So in this temperature range how many resistances are there? 3 resistances are there. Layer B is there, layer C is there and cold fluid is there. So by using the thermal resistance of 3 plates we can easily find out the value of T2. तिकडून राईट हँड साइडने पण तुम्ही फाइंड आउट करू शकताय, फक्त तिथे तुम्हाला रेजिस्टन्स एक एक्स्ट्रा घ्यावा लागेल. इकडच्या साइडने गेला तर तुम्हाला दोन रेजिस्टन्सेस घ्यावे लागतील. सो इन दॅट वे वी हॅव टू फाइंड आउट द व्हॅल्यू ऑफ T2. ओके, इन दॅट वे वी हॅव टू फाइंड आउट द व्हॅल्यू ऑफ T2. ओके, सगळ्यांनी लिहिले का प्रॉब्लेम? इफ यू हॅव रिटन द प्रॉब्लेम पुट दॅट मेसेज इन द चॅट बॉक्स सो दॅट आय विल प्रोसीड. पुट दॅट मेसेज इन द चॅट बॉक्स. कन्सेप्ट फक्त समजून घ्या की रेजिस्टन्स आपल्या याच्यामध्ये किती लेयर्स आहेत, त्याच्यामुळे किती रेजिस्टन्सेस येणार, कुठली व्हॅल्यू अननोन आहे ते कॅल्क्युलेट करायसाठी आपल्याला कुठली व्हॅल्यू दिलेली आहे त्याच्यावरून कसं फाइंड आउट करायचं हे तुम्हाला समजलं पाहिजे. यू हॅव टू अंडरस्टूड फ्रॉम दॅट इक्वेशन्स, फ्रॉम दॅट डेरिवेशन्स. जेवढे काय लेयर्स असतील तेवढे रेजिस्टन्सेस ऍड होणार आहेत हे तुमच्या लक्षात यायला पाहिजे. ओके, put that message in the chat box if the problem is over so that I will proceed. Shall I proceed? Anyone reply me fast? Okay, so T2 is equal to 23.6 degrees Celsius. Arthi, you have to check where we have to make mistake because your answer is in the negative. So see from the screen or write down the problem. Okay, so write down next problem. This is for the homework. You have to solve by your own. Write down. Write down this problem and try to solve by your own. calculate the rate of heat flow per meter square. Calculate the rate of heat flow per meter square. Calculate the rate of heat flow per meter square through a furnace wall. Through a furnace wall. Through a furnace wall consisting of consisting of consisting of consisting of 200 mm thick inner layer, 200 mm thick inner layer, 200 mm thick inner layer of chrome brick, 200 mm thick inner layer of chrome brick, comma, a center layer of Calon brick, a center layer of Calon brick, a center layer of Calon brick, 100 mm thick, 100 mm thick, 100 mm thick, and an outer layer of and an outer layer of and an outer layer of masonry brick and an outer layer of masonry brick 100 mm thick, 100 mm thick, 100 mm thick, 100 mm thick, full stop. The unit surface conductance, the unit surface conductance, the unit surface conductance at the inner surface, at the inner surface, at the inner surface, at the inner surface is, at the inner surface is 74 watt per meter square degree Celsius, 74 watt per meter square degree Celsius, and the outer surface temperature is, and the outer surface temperature is 70 degrees Celsius, and the outer surface temperature is 70 degrees Celsius, 70 degrees Celsius, full stop. The temperature of the gases, the temperature of the gases inside the furnace is, the temperature of the gases inside the furnace is 1670. The temperature of the gases inside the furnace is 1670 degrees Celsius, 1670 degrees Celsius, full stop. What temperature prevail at the, what temperature prevail at the, what temperature prevail at the inner and outer surfaces, what temperature prevail at the inner and outer surfaces of the center layer, what temperature prevail at the inner and outer surfaces of the center layer, of the center layer, question mark, inner and outer surfaces of the center layer, question mark. Take K of chrome brick, means thermal conductivity of chrome brick, is equal to, K of chrome brick is equal to 1.25 watt per meter degree Celsius. K of chrome brick is equal to 1.25 watt per meter degree Celsius. Then K of Calon brick, K of Calon brick is equal to 0.074 watt per meter degree Celsius. 0.074 watt per meter degree Celsius. Then next K is equal to K of masonry brick is equal to K of masonry brick is equal to 0.555 watt per meter degree Celsius. 0.555 watt per meter degree Celsius. Watt per meter degree Celsius. Okay. Next line, assume steady heat flow. Assume steady heat flow. Assume steady heat flow. Okay. So first of all, you have to read that problem carefully. What is to be calculate the rate of heat flow per meter square? म्हणजे Q by A. You have to calculate. Q by A you have to calculate, that is small q, heat flux. Small q calculate. Capital Q by A म्हणजेच काय असणार आहे? स्मॉल q आपल्याला फाइंड आउट करायचा आहे. थ्रू ए फर्नेस वॉल कन्सिस्टिंग ऑफ, तर त्या वॉल मध्ये 3 लेयर आहेत. तर पहिला लेयर जो आहे तो 200 mm थिक इनर लेयर ऑफ क्रोम ब्रिक, देन सेंटर लेयर ऑफ कॅलोन ब्रिक 100 mm थिक अँड आउटर लेयर ऑफ मॅशनरी ब्रिक 100 mm. म्हणजे 3 लेयर असणार आहेत. पहिला लेयर जो आहे तो कुठला असणार आहे? क्रोम ब्रिकचा आहे, 200 mm थिकनेस आहे त्याचा. देन सेकंड लेयर इज कॅलोन ब्रिक having thickness is 100 mm, and third layer is masonry brick having thickness is 100 mm. Unit surface conductance at the inner surface is 74 watt per meter square degree Celsius. At inner surface म्हणजे जो काही इनर सरफेस असणार आहे तिथलं त्यांनी हीट ट्रान्सफर कोएफिशियंट दिलेला आहे. वॅट पर मीटर स्क्वेअर डिग्री सेल्सियस म्हणजे काय असणार आहे? H असणार आहे. H फॉर द इनर सरफेस इज गिवन अँड द आउटर सरफेस टेम्परेचर इज गिवन 70 डिग्री सेल्सियस. म्हणजे इथं बघा, heat transfer coefficient for the inner surface is given, means convection is only at the inner surface is there. म्हणजे इनसाइड सरफेसला फक्त कन्व्हेक्शन असणार आहे, म्हणजे तिथे काय असणार आहे? फ्लुइड असेल किंवा एअर असणार आहे. ओके. अँड आउटसाइड सरफेस टेम्परेचर इज गिवन 70 डिग्री सेल्सियस. देन द टेम्परेचर ऑफ द गॅसेस इनसाइड द फर्नेस, म्हणजे जे काही गॅस आहे आतमध्ये तिथं पण काय असणार आहे? कन्व्हेक्शन असणार आहे. त्याचा हीट ट्रान्सफर कोएफिशियंट आपल्याला दिलेला आहे 74. गॅसचं टेम्परेचर इनसाइडच्या फर्नेस मधलं टेम्परेचर दिलेलं आहे 1670 डिग्री सेल्सियस आणि आउटसाइडचं 70 डिग्री दिलेलं आहे. सो व्हॉट प्रिवेल ॲट दी इनर अँड आउटर सर्फेसेस ऑफ दी सेंटर लेअर, म्हणजे जो काय आपण सेंटर लेअर जो आहे कॅलोन ब्रिक त्याच्या दोन्ही साइडचा आपल्याला टेम्परेचर काढायचं इनर आणि आउटर सर्फेस. सो थर्मल कंडक्टिव्हिटी ऑफ दी each brick layer is given. Thermal conductivity of, okay. So first of all we have to draw the diagram by using the given information. Hence here are 3 layers and at the inside they given the heat transfer coefficient, so we have to take the only convection at the inside layer. So in that way we have to draw the diagram. Okay, so this is the diagram for that. 3 layers are there, layer A, layer B and layer C, and at the inside there is a only convection is there, so we have to draw the dotted line and denote the heat transfer coefficient due to the hot fluid. आपल्याला इथं आउटसाइडचा हीट ट्रान्सफर कोएफिशियंट दिलेला नाही, त्यामुळे इथं आपला रेजिस्टन्स ड्यू टू कन्व्हेक्शन येणार नाही राईट हँड साइडला. फक्त लेफ्ट हँड साइडला आपल्याला हीट ट्रान्सफर कोएफिशियंट दिलेला आहे. सो वी हॅव टू ड्रॉ दिस डायग्राम इन दिस मॅनर. Okay, so write down the given things and draw this diagram. So first of all we have to find out the काय find out करायचं? We have to find out the small q, that is capital Q by A, and then we have to find out the value of जो काय आपला लेयर बी आहे त्या लेयरचे इनसाइड आणि आउटसाइड टेम्परेचर फाइंड आउट करायचं आहे. मीन्स वी हॅव टू फाइंड आउट द व्हॅल्यू ऑफ T2 and T3. Okay, first of all you have to find out the small q, that is capital Q by A, and then we have to find out the value of T2 and T3. T2 and T3. Okay. Okay, solve this problem by your own, because in this case there are four resistance. In earlier problem we have discussed in that there are at the right hand side also there is a convection, but in this case they have given the heat transfer coefficient for the inside surface. So there is a only one resistance in the left hand side. So we have to take the four resistances. In the same manner, whatever the problem we have discussed earlier, in that manner we have to solve this problem. That is Q is equal to U into A into THF minus TCF. But in this case, TCF is not there, so THF minus T4 is there. And how many resistances are there? Four resistances. So 1 upon HHF plus LA by KA plus LB by KB plus LC by KC. Put that values into that equation, then we get the value of capital Q by A. Capital Q by A. Okay. तर थोडक्यात सांगते बघा तुम्हाला. So first of all, you have to find out the capital Q by A, means Q is equal to, we know that formula, A is equal to THF minus T4, then four resistances are there. So by using that, we have to calculate the value of small q. Capital Q by A is nothing but small q. So all of you write down the small q is equal to 938.58. Do the calculation by yourself. 938.58 watt per meter square. And after that we have to calculate the value of T2 and T3. So we have to write the equation. Q is equal to, for the convection layer, HA into delta T, for the layer A, K into A into T1 minus T2 by LA, and for layer B, KB into A into T2 minus T3 by LB. Okay, so capital Q by A is nothing but Q. So in that form we have to write down the equation THF minus T1 divided by 1 upon HHF is equal to T1 minus T2 divided by LA by KA is equal to KB into A, T2 minus T3 divided by LB, LB by KB, T2 minus T3 divided by LB by KB. तर आपल्याला काय फाइंड आउट करायचं आहे? We have to find out the value of T2 and T3. So for that we have to, first of all, we have to calculate the value of T1. So from this equation we have to calculate the value of T1. Then we get the value of T1 1657.3, and then we have to use this equation, and in this equation we have to put the value of T1, then we get the value of T2, and then in this equation we have to put the value of T2, then we get the value of T3. So what is the value of T2? Write down, and final answer we have to write down. T2 is equal to 1507.1 degrees Celsius and T3 is equal to 238.7 degrees Celsius. Okay, do the calculation by yourself. Do the calculation by yourself. Okay, so we have to stop here. All of you put your roll numbers in the chat box. Okay, so thank you very much. In next lecture we have to see the next derivation, which is related to the cylinder, So thank you very much.